Welcome to all another episode of Inside Thoughts. Positive attitudes for life. It gives us motivating thoughts that enrich our life. Today we have going to be learn about the subject anxiety. Gospel according to Saint Matthew chapter 6 verse 25. Do not worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Frank Minuret said, anxiety is an emotion that a person experiences in the face of a perceived threat or a danger, characterized by an unpleasant anticipation of misfortune or doom. In counseling, I would say anxiety is used to describe feelings of worry, fear, and unease. Typically, it incorporates both the emotional and physical sensations we experience when worried or nervous. Anxiety is related to the fight or flight response, and while unpleasant, this is a normal reaction when our body perceives a threat. Everyone experiences anxiety, and it permeates every sphere of human life. Anxiety can be either productive, that which leads to positive action, or destructive, that which leads to worry and stress. The latter destroys one's mental calmness and disturbs the rhythm of life. In order to get rid of false anxiety, one should realize that most of the things one is anxious or worries about won't really happen. Secondly, one should resolve to accept the worst if it happens. Thirdly, one must try to forget the failures of the past and concentrate on the present so as to make the future brighter. And most importantly, one must place immense trust and confidence in God, who will never let one down. Anxiety helps solve problems. It alerts us to accept treatment for an illness, prompts us to look for the missing child, and urges us to depend on our Creator. At times, anxiety can also help us interrupt our busy schedule to sit back and reflect on life. Just as birds of the air interrupt their eating every few seconds to see if they are in danger, the anxiety of the mother bird ensures the safety of her fledgling. Similarly, anxiety in life might help us to foresee the possible perils ahead. Jesus was free from the false anxieties regarding even the basic necessities of life: food, shelter, and clothing. He was at ease when he said, foxes have holes and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. Matthew Gospel chapter 8 verse 20. The absence of a permanent dwelling did not make Jesus anxious, because his concern was something more vital: the establishment of the kingdom. His food was to do the will of God. His robes were those of righteousness, justice, peace, and equality. Jesus knew that seeking God's kingdom and his righteousness would ensure us all things. Hence he said, instead strive for his kingdom, and these things will be given to you as well. Luke chapter 12 verse 31. As a human being, Jesus too faced moments of anxiety. He plunged to the depths of extreme anxiety, the Garden of Gethsemane, where he was greatly troubled. His soul was sorrowful even to death. In the depths of distress, he prayed to his Father, "If you are willing, remove this cup from me." Luke 22:42 words. As he was dying at the cross, Jesus, with an incomparable trust, entrusted everything to his Father, saying, "Into your hands I commend my spirit." When Jesus advised others not to be anxious about life, what they should eat or drink, he assures us that God has a plan for each of us. It will be taken care of by the Father in right time, in the right way. Hence, adopt an attitude of dependence on God, work with the diligence in the pursuit of goodness, and hope in desperate situations, and nothing happens to us without the knowledge of our loving God. Stay cool in the hands of God. Here I give an illustration. A group of botanists was in search of new species of flowers. As they were exploring, they noticed a flower of great rarity and beauty in a deep, narrow valley. To reach it, someone would have to be lowered by means of a rope. Everyone was anxious. Approaching a young boy nearby, they requested, "We all give you a beautiful gift if you allow us to lower you down to obtain that rare flower for us." Saying, "Just a minute, I will be back soon," the boy ran away to a nearby place. When he returned, he was accompanied by an old man. Approaching the botanist, he said, "I will go down and get that flower for you if his man holds the rope." "Why?" he said, "He is my father." So life is full of terrible misfortunes, most of which never happen. Trust in God, and God will set you free. May God bless you all.